A very pleasant good morning everyone. I am Sayyida Amreen Fatima from degree first year BA studying in GDCW Begumpet. Today we are going to learn about the subject English and dealing with the topic phonetics. So before starting the subject and the topic, we'll just talk about English. English is undoubtedly a tricky language, but learning is fun and a continuous process. So when we talk about English, there are many people who think that English is a very hard language and a very hard pronunciation, but I think the problem exists only because people doesn't have proper pronunciation skills. For proper pronunciation, we need to study phonetics. So today we are going to study the topic phonetics, and we have many advantages of learning English as well, as it is a top used language in the net and the language which helps you connect globally. Phonetics. What is phonetics? Phonetics is the study of the sound that is made by human voice in speech. Every language has a phonetics, but in English we have only 44 phonetics that are also known as phonemes or sounds. It helps for correct pronunciation. Everyone wants to learn English and everyone wants to have a better and a spoken English. So for a better and a spoken English, we need to have good pronunciation. For good pronunciation, we need to study phonetics, that is phonemes. So today we are going to study phonemes. I want to give an example of other languages, that is Hindi and Telugu. Whatever we write is what we speak or tell. When we write ra and na in Hindi or Telugu, we pronounce it as rana only. When we add aki matra and iki matra to that, we say rani. But in English, when we say through, there can be two type of throughs, that are threw through and through through. So in English, a person needs to have the knowledge of the situation or the sentence they are talking in or they are living in. So if they are throwing something, the word threw has to be used, and they have to go through some place, so they have to use the letter through. So in pronunciation and in phonemes, we have interlinking topics, that are homophones. The largest homophones is for the word right, that has 6 homophones: R-I-T-E right, R-Y-O-T right, W-R-I-T-E right, R-I-G-H-T right, W-R-I-G-H-T right. So these are the homophones. And the other thing we need to think about, we need to focus on is syllables. A person should have a complete knowledge on syllables. What is a syllable? Syllable is the division of a word in 2 or 3 categories. There are 4 types of syllables, that is monosyllabic words, disyllabic words, trisyllabic words and polysyllabic words. So these 4 types of words are the syllables which a person needs to study for a good pronunciation and to understand phonetics more better. So we are going for this explanation and understanding of better pronunciation, we are having IPA, that is International Phonetic Alphabet. It is a list of symbols representing all the speech sound used by human beings in all the languages of the world. This transcription that we say that we pronounce can even be written, also known as phonemic transcription. For example, what I have given is, when we write cat, C-A-T cat, but the phonemic transcription for this is K-A-E-T cat, because we write C, but then the pronunciation that comes is K. And the other step that we have to follow is, the phonemic transcription has to be placed between 2 forward slashes whenever we write it. And the next thing, in English we have 44 phonemes. Ever wonder we have only 26 letters, but why 44 sounds? Yes, because let's take the example of the letter A. Each letter has many different sounds. So when we start with A, there are many words like abstract, start, smart, apple. So here these words have written the letter A, but then the pronunciation that comes is impassive. The letter is A, but the sound is A sound. And then when we write smart, the spelling is S-M-A-R-T, smart, but then the pronunciation that we pronounce is O sound. So there are different types of sounds that only a single letter gives. So because of this, we have only 26 letters but 44 sounds. These sounds, also known as phonemes, are classified into 2, that are consonantals and vowels. Phonetics is actually a very vast topic, but today we are going to discuss just a part of it. So we'll just focus on to the consonants. There are 2 types of phonemes, that are consonantal and vowel phonemes. Consonantal are 24 and vowel are only 20. So we'll start with plosives. Plosive is a type of a sound that causes your lips to be tight and helps it to block the air inside your mouth, and you have to release it in an explosive way, and then the sound is produced. Consonant sounds. These are the partial or complete closure of the air or blockage of your air in your mouth. We'll start with the word P. We write the letter P, but then the sound that is pronounced is P. So the sound can be before the letter, in between the letter, or at last. So the starting example is pot, then improve and top. Here you can listen to the sound of P in the front, in the between, and at the last. The second one is B. Blush, table and lamb. Blush is in the starting where you can feel the sound of B. Table, B in between where we have B sound, and lamb at the last. Third one is T sound. Tap, attire and attempt. Here I have used the examples of the words where the sound is occurring in the starting, in the middle and at the last. Desk, adorable and dead. Here also you can feel the sound at all the three places. Cat. This is somewhat tricky here. We write CAT cat, but then the pronunciation of the sound that comes is K. And this also happens with C and S. You write C, but then the pronunciation, the sound that comes is S, and the vice versa. G. Goat, aggressive and bag. Here also the sound is being started in the front, in the middle and at the last. So in phonetics it is important for you to just write. So just try to say pa again. You can feel that your lips are being blocked and the air is being kept inside your mouth and then released in an explosive way. After plosives we have fricatives. There are 9 fricatives we have in English that are divided into voiced and unvoiced. That also you can feel in your mouth when you say f, v, t, d, s, z, sh, z, h. So these are the 9 fricatives, and then I again divided into them, that is in the front, in the middle and at the last. That is fan, effort and roof, that is in the starting, in the middle and at the last. Va, van, reveal, 5. Ta, this ta and the are also known as continuant constants. What happens is the tongue, when we say ta and da, is being flattened and the corner sides of our tongue is being closer to the upper teeth. So then this sound is being produced. That is thin, atheist, both, them, mother and breathe. Here BRATHE is the spelling, but then we don't say breathy, we say breathe. So there are some words in English that we need to understand, and English is being evolved as we increase our classes. The English has many standards where we need to concentrate on. S, that is letter S, but then the sound is sa, sun, assist and lace. Here also we write LACE, lace, but then the pronunciation is sa sound. Z, zoo, lazy and glaze. There are 2 words that people may be confused with the z and z sound. Z is with more pressure, but then the letter that is pleasure, vision is unvoiced as it doesn't have more pressure or force on it. H, hat, ahead and teach, that is a normal letter that everyone can understand too. Next we have affricates. Affricates according to IPA are also known as combination of 2 letters, that is t sound and sh sound, which becomes cha, and the next one is d sound and j sound, that becomes ja, that is DJ type of a thing. So the first one is chain, catcher and watch. You can just feel the 2 letters are being pronounced from your mouth, but then they are not clear enough. Jam, when we say jam, we cannot just say clearly as we say the word dog. But then when you say jams, there is some kind of internal action in your mouth that you can feel that is not clear. There is j sound in jam. Edge and passage. Next we have nasals. Nasals are the sounds that something blocks the way of them so that they cannot be pronounced or make the sound from the mouth. They are being made from your nose. Just try it. Just try to do it by catching 2 fingers on your nose slightly and try to say ma, na, ing. So these are the words which you have to pronounce from your mouth. Because of your tongue or your upper teeth or lower teeth, the sound is not being produced from your mouth and you have to produce it from your nose. Moon, amount and ma'am. These are the three words where M is being used in the starting, in the middle and at the last. N, nest, antique and tin. Here also the sound N is being in starting, in the middle and at the last. Ing, this is the word somewhat confusing, like English, finger and sing. Ing sound, all the words that have ing come under the nasal ing. Next we have approximants. What are approximants? Approximants are the sounds that are mostly as of vowels. We have 20 vowels, but then in this approximant 2 are divided into semi-vowels and 2 are divided into lateral approximants. So la and ra are lateral approximants and va, and the second one we have to write it as j. The letter is j but pronunciation is ya. So lateral approximants are la, limb, allow, little, where the L sound is produced, are rat, grow and filler. The R sound is being produced in the starting, in the middle and at the last. W, win, award, curfew, the v sound is being produced. The last word J, that is not J actually, but the pronunciation sound is ya, yellow, news and away. With this we finish all our consonantal sounds. They are monophthongs and they are also diphthongs. Monophthongs are again divided into two, that are short run monophthongs and long run monophthongs, and again we have diphthongs that are also known as gliders. So diphthongs are the combination of two monophthongs here. I think a man needs a hard practice to get a fluent English, and it's actually a fun and easy language also. So practice makes a man perfect. Thank you, meet you again, hope you understood the class.